The girl was dressed up like a doll. Placed in the room, she dared not move a muscle, because before her was a fool with the intelligence of a 2-year-old. If she moved even slightly, the fool would discover her and torture her to death, but in the end, he still discovered her. Then the next second, the fool flung the fake doll to the ground. Hurry up, otherwise it would be troublesome if he set his sights on you. Just as the fool took out a blowtorch, ready to torture the girl quietly took out a hairpin. She stabbed it towards him in one swift motion. The girl then quietly crawled out of the room, wanting to seize the chance to slip away. But just as she was about to open the door, a knocking sound came from outside. The next second, the girl was dragged back into the room by the fool. But the girl wasn't one to be trifled with either. She grabbed a printer and hurled it at the fool. She narrowly escaped this ordeal. Afterwards, the girl searched the fool and found a key, thinking she could definitely escape this time. But the next second, the door was smashed open by her father. The girl screamed in terror. Just as she was about to break down the door, the girl quickly smashed the glass. She created the illusion of an escape, and as expected, the pursuer gave chase. But he did not choose to flee. Instead, he opened the door to the basement and rescued his elder sister. Fortunately, they encountered a patrolling police officer on the road. They thought they were surely saved this time. But the next second, the long-haired man came chasing with a gun. Unfortunately, the two sisters were tied up on a truck, even though the elder sister shouted loudly, hoping passersby would save them. It was utterly futile. In the end, they were caught and taken back to the dollhouse by the long-haired man, just after the vehicle stopped. And the elder sister was dragged away. The younger sister's consciousness began to blur. In the blink of an eye, she found herself transported to a world 10 years later. Now she had a husband who deeply loved her, and a handsome son. She had also written that painful experience into a novel, which gained immense popularity among many locals. She could be said to have made a fortune. However, one day, he saw his sister at his own doorstep, lying by the door, calling out to her for help. So he resolutely opened the door and returned to reality. But after returning to reality, the fool was tightly choking his own neck. Fortunately, at that moment, the fake doll beside him suddenly made a strange sound. Without a word, the fool started attacking the doll. The girl lying on the floor heard her sister scream from the next room and rushed over immediately. She then pounced on the long-haired man, knocking him to the ground. At this moment, the girl unleashed her primal strength and without hesitation began biting and tearing at the long-haired man. Just as the long-haired man was about to meet his end, the fool's son, holding the fake doll, quickly rushed over. At that very moment, 2 gunshots suddenly rang out behind him. It turned out the police had arrived just in time. Seeing the fool's son lying motionless on the ground, the long-haired man desperately tried to fight back. But in the end, she was also successfully taken away by the police. At this moment, a long-lost smile finally appeared on the faces of the 2 sisters. It was also at this moment that they were completely rescued.